Hey guys, AJ Town here live with the T Storm Chasers. Going to bring you the latest weather information and what we are looking at coming Wednesday into Thursday. There is a severe weather risk that we are watching that's going to produce through the area. We'll break down this map that's behind me and kind of take it hour by hour, and actually the 3-hour increments is what we look at with this map. We'll break that down and everything. We just got the latest refresh there, and we will start looking at seeing a possibility of some severe weather pushing through this area coming into Wednesday into Thursday, something we are watching fairly closely here at T-Storm Chasers, and we will continue to monitor once things do start to produce and everything. Taking a look at the national map here, it is a gorgeous night. Get out there, enjoy the evening. I know it's 10 o'clock, so open your windows. Definitely enjoy the night and everything. So we are going to take a quick look at this NAM model run, and we will also take a look at the 48-hour. But as I take a look at the NAM, I'll show you that. We'll jump over to the severe weather risk side of things, and then we'll come back and actually do it hour by hour for the next 48 hours is what we will look at. So we are watching this disturbance that is going to be pushing out of the Colorado Rockies area, pushing in a northeasterly direction. So about 7 p.m. here, about the 8 o'clock time frame, we start to see cells develop there east of the Pierre area, and that'll continue to progress as we do start to show you hour by hour here. Now we're about that 8:50. You can see that stronger cell here in the south of the Redfield area there. As we go into the next hour, you can start to see things starting to really develop here with this NAM model about 9:30, and then right about that 10 o'clock time frame, we start to see things start to really produce with the heavier system and chance of some severe weather pushing through. Huron, Redfield, and south of the Aberdeen area there is what we are really watching. That'll continue to progress its way northeastward into the Aberdeen area, Siston area, Watertown area, and continue to progress its way northeastward and into North Dakota there. And then we'll go through the day there of seeing some about 20% to 40% chance of some rain showers pushing through for the Sioux Falls metro area. And then as we go through the rest of the weekend there, we don't expect to see much more rain showers coming in to play there. Now, I am going to get back to my dashboard here. We're going to take a look at some severe weather and what those chances are and when they're going to come through. But as that loads, I got to get something else loaded here. So give me just a quick second. All right, as that starts to load here, we're going to take a look at this next 3-hour these go by 3-hour increments. Right now we are at the 21 Zulu for Wednesday. Now we're at the 00 Zulu, so that's going to be about that 6 o'clock time frame is what we are seeing here. And now as we get into about that Thursday evening time frame, right around that 10 o'clock time frame, we can see the supercell that is just south of the Brown County area there, right around that Redfield area, which falls into play with that. And sorry there, I got sidetracked for a second. This is for Wednesday into Thursday, and this is as of 10 p.m. on 9/13. Just so those of you that watch it later, you understand this is for 9/14 going into 9/15. But it is as of 10 p.m. because there's be some of you that watch this at a later time and don't want to get everybody confused. But anyways, we're at 03 Zulu now. As we start to put things into play there, we do see another strong development of indication of seeing some of that severe weather now kind of shift in the easterly direction. That does coincide with those model runs that we were showing you there earlier as well. Now, this is about the 06 Zulu. So about that 1 o'clock in the morning, that severe threat will push out of the area there, come into the morning. We won't see much of a severe threat anymore come into the next 84 hours after this system does come through. One other model run here that we're going to take a quick little look at here is going to be a tornadic risk and kind of see what we are looking at with a chance of seeing a tornado and the probabilities and stuff like that. So now we go into that 0306 Zulu when we did start to see that other severe weather threat develop. Good news is about that 03 Zulu, we don't see that indication of seeing a tornadic event occurring. However, as we go into the 06 Zulu, there's that small probability just west of the Sioux Falls area there. You can see that right here in this little area. I want to say it's west of the McCook area there is kind of what we're seeing indications of. South of the Huron area is kind of what we are looking at seeing the... sorry, I got thrown off by Joyce's comment. Anyways, so that's kind of what we are seeing is that tornadic probability is between the moderate to high risk, more of the moderate risk than anything. Good news is for the rest of the week there, the next 84 hours, we don't see any risk of seeing of that tornadic event occurring. So we will switch back here now to the next 48 hours and kind of look at that and see what we are looking at. So again, this disturbance comes up in from the Denver, Colorado area and starts to move in. And for some reason it didn't load. Why did this not load? Gotta love technology when it doesn't load right. I certainly do apologize. For some reason, my model run did not load. All right, let me try to reload this again here. Joys of doing a live shot. Never know when you're going to run into issues. All right. Looks like now it finally loaded. So let's take a look here. See if that did. Okay. So we get our disturbance starting to come into the South Dakota area out of the Colorado area, Rockies area there. That'll continue to progress its way eastward, northeastward, and start to move in here to the South Dakota area. About that 7:30 time frame is when we're starting to see things start to develop over about the Chamberlain area, Missouri River there. Now, eastward of the Missouri River there, about that 8:30 time frame is what we are starting to see some of these stronger storms starting to form. We can start seeing things bow here, starting to create some isolated severe risk with these about that 9:30 time frame. We are starting to see some of these isolated cells, stronger cells, just Westington Springs, Huron area there, west of there, about 281 is what we are starting to see that develop there. As we do continue to put models into motion there, that'll continue to scoot its way off northeastward. We do see some of this heavier rain and stronger chances of that storm probability sticking around there as that does continue to progress northeastward. This is going to be that right as it hits the I-29 there, we do see some stronger cells up by the Siston area there, Summit area, and north of the Watertown area there. We do see some of that stronger storms probability pushing through Watertown about that 1 o'clock in the morning. This will continue to progress its way northeastward and into the Minnesota area there. We do stick around and through the morning and into the overnight morning hours, whatever you want to consider that. We do see some of that isolated chances of storms sticking around in development, especially further down south here. We will go back here. We can see some of those isolated cells that are popping up there as well. We do see, again, right about that 11 o'clock time frame on 9:15, some isolated cells popping up around the DeSmet area, Watertown, south of Watertown there, Yankton, Highway 81 there. We do start to see some of those storms develop. About that lunch hour time frame and stuff, we do see, again, about that 81 and coming into the Sioux Falls area. Sioux Falls area, I would definitely say this isn't going to be a strong storm that we are watching. However, it is going to be a cell that is going to be definitely moisture filled. We do see that that does die off. We do have that cell then that does push its way northeastward through the Canastota Montrose area there about that 1:30 time frame, bringing us our chances of seeing some of that heavier moisture. Again, this is for 9:15 at 1:30 p.m. Latest model run is what we are looking at here. We do see moisture sticking around through the day, 9:15 into the evening time frame there. We do start to see some of these stronger indications of some strong storms starting to develop here. Again, just west of the Parkston area, Bridgewater, Canastota area there, Niobrara, Tyndall area there. We can see some of those stronger storms starting to form. And then as we go into the 6 o'clock hour there, we do see this more of a defiant line that we are going to be watching over that course of the next 24 to 36 hours is what we'll start to see things really start to develop and see things starting to come together and everything like that. So again, we are watching the storm system that's going to be moving through the area 9:14 into 9:15. So that is going to be tomorrow into Thursday. So Wednesday into Thursday is what we are seeing. Is what this latest model run we did put on our top of our marquee there at the very beginning as of 10 p.m. on 9/13. Simply because of those that watch this at a later time. We want everybody to know if they come back and watch it at a different time that, hey, this is going to be a different type of a scenario than what is actually being broadcasted. So we just wanted to give everything that risk there. We will see the chance of, again, if we take a look at the lightning tracking, let's take a quick look at lightning tracker, see if I can get that to load here quickly. All right, so that is starting to load there finally. We do see some lightning pushing through the area. And then again, coming into 9:15 there on Thursday, we start to see some of that indication of lightning down further south there, pushing northeastward about that 5-6 o'clock time frame. And north of Wagner area there, which is going to be a stronger indication that that's going to be a stronger cell that would develop there. Again, north of the Yankton area as well. So seeing some of these lightning trackings and stuff is going to give us a indication of how strong some of these storms can become. Let's take a quick look. Nice thing too that we can offer is we can actually look at the hail probability too with these cells as they start to develop and start to form. Is one nice thing that we can definitely start to provide for you guys and look at and break down. And is my hail probability not loading? Or is just no hail threat at all? Looks like my hail, there's no indications of hail with this as far as what we are able to tell at this time with this system. But let's take a look at one thing that we definitely can look at here is going to be the wind gust and see kind of what those are going to be as well. Brandon, thank you for those 200 stars. Greatly appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. So we will start here coming into that 1 o'clock time frame, 2 o'clock time frame. We will start to see winds picking up in the area there. As you can see over here, as things start to develop, you definitely can see the wind shear is starting to pick up with this. So definitely some wind is going to be a probability with that. For instance, 45 mile an hour winds, 50 mile an hour winds is what's going to be right now. Is the latest model run is kind of suggesting with this as it does push into the area 50 miles an hour. These are wind gusts, radar estimated wind gust is what we are looking at. Now this is for 9:14, about 10:15 at night is kind of what we are watching there. As that does move up into the Aberdeen area there, we are seeing about that 50 miles an hour in wind speeds with that. As it does continue to progress its way northeastward there, we do come into the day then on 9:15, and we do see some wind gusts definitely start to pick up there. With these storms, what the primary threat appears to be is going to be some heavy rain, lightning, and winds. We aren't seeing much of the indication of it being a hail event, but we are seeing some of that indication of the winds and hail. Winds and lightning and heavy rain. So this is going to be your typical fall thunderstorm, basically. There is a small risk, and I do mean a small risk, of seeing a tornadic event just north. I want to say about the Huron area there, the McCook County westward area there. There's a small risk, and I do mean a small risk of seeing some sort of development with that. But we are mentioning it just as a safety precaution to give everybody just a kind of a glimpse in an idea and everything like that. We will switch back to that model run there that does indicate where that small risk, and actually should be able to zoom in there. You can see this is FSD is going to be our Sioux Falls and it's just going to be northwest of there. You can kind of tell there south of the Huron area, about that McCook County line there, just maybe to the, give me a second here. About the Howard, South Dakota area, maybe I wouldn't go Salem area. I would say west of 81, definitely, and northeast of the Mitchell area. So definitely not something to be too overly concerned about, but something to definitely start to watch and monitor closely as things start to develop there. We will definitely keep an eye on things, definitely start to watch and see what happens over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. We'll continue to watch things fairly closely, again, as things start to really develop here and see what happens over that course of time. So stay tuned with T Storm Chasers as we will continue to bring you the latest weather information. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a fantastic night. Stay safe out there, and we will be back live